Hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Daffa, and now I want to tell you about the coronavirus. December 2019, the world was shocked with an outbreak of respiratory virus in the city of Wuhan, the capital of city Hubei, province of the Republic of China, recently known as the novel coronavirus or COVID-19. This virus belongs to a group of coronavirus that can infect humans. The virus spread so rapidly that it has become a worldwide pandemic within only 2 months. The name coronavirus is given to this group of viruses based on their appearance under a microscope. The word corona, the Latin of crown, is chosen because their appearance is similar to a solar corona with spike around their membrane, which make it look like an actual crown, especially with their spherical shape. The size is under 120 nanometer. There isn't any way for us yet to tell the actual color of coronavirus, since no official site released the information up to this moment. But you may find some pictures on the internet where it colored or yellow. The virus affect differently towards different people. Some may develop mild to moderate symptoms which may not require special treatment from the paramedic, and some may not even be affected at all, although they are already exposed to the virus. Usually, this happens to people with strong immunity system, but the effect can also be severe, which might end with death. There are several signs that we can use to tell when someone is infected by COVID-19. These symptoms include fever, cold, shortness of breath, tiredness, sore throat, even diarrhea and runny nose. This virus spreads so easily through droplets from cough or sneezes. It might expose anyone within 1.5 meter radius from the person who is already infected by the virus and turn them into virus carrier. The worst part of all this that we may not realize that symptoms are showing up with 14 days of exposure to the virus, and within this day we may have infected more people. That is the reason why government in some countries decided to undergo lockdown or social distancing method in the spirit of stopping the virus spread. During this pandemic, we need to protect ourselves. The safest protection is to do activities at home as much as possible and minimize other activities. However, there are times when we need to go outside, like for work or other urgent things. If you want to go outside, don't forget to be extra careful to protect yourself from COVID-19. One of preventing way is by complying by and implementing health protocols and recommended by the government. Number one is wear a mask. Wearing a mask is very important when you go outside. That because it helps prevent the spread of droplets. It's preferable to use medical mask or surgical mask because these masks are good at blocking and warding off viruses. After using it, don't forget to throw it in a closed trash can and wash your hand afterward. Number two, implement social distancing. Keep your distance from other people minimum 1.5 meter. Can avoid virus transmission from one person to another, especially if the person shows respiratory symptoms. As well, avoid crowds and minimize physical contact with other people to stop the spread of the virus. Number three, always bring hand sanitizer. Virus and bacteria are everywhere and spreading at any time. The spread of the virus also varies. One of it is by hand contact. So if you can find soap or water to wash your hand, it's important to always use a hand sanitizer after touching an object or surfaces. Number four, clean door handle and steering wheel. There are some spots in the car that can be germs favorite places virus, and bacteria. Parts of a vehicle with high risk are components often touched, such as the steering wheel, door handle, power window button, and seat belt. For the steering wheel, clean it with mixed water shampoo. You can clean up the steering while using a toothbrush. Don't forget to clean other parts, such as the wiper, levers, and turn signal. For maximum result, this process can also be applied to gear lever, handbrake, and door handle. And number 5, check your vehicle regularly. Vehicles that are rarely used need extra care. Please make sure to always check your vehicle regularly to maintain its performance. Check the wheel of your vehicle regularly to avoid your fuel tank from being empty and refilling at your nearest service station. And I have some tips to maintain our mental health during this pandemic. According to CDC, Center for Disease Control and Prevention, stress during a pandemic can cause sleep disturbances, loss of appetite, difficulty concentrating, and even deteriorating health conditions. From this fact, it is clear that maintaining mental health during a pandemic is important, because these two aspects are very dependent on one another. If you or someone you know is experiencing excessive anxiety or stress at this time, here are some strategies you can use. Number 1, limit use of social media and news. Keeping up with the latest development is certainly important, but continuing to read bad news every day is very ineffective in calming negative thought. Both reliable news and a few bits of rumor can have negative impact on mental health. You don't need to uninstall the news app on your smartphone, but don't read news about the pandemic for hours. Limit the use of technology, remembering that sometimes we need to get out of cyberspace and to other activities that make us feel happy and comfortable. Number 2, busy yourself with various activities. In the midst of implementing the PSBB in Indonesia, or PSBB, large-scale social restrictions, there will be more time to try new hobbies or do things that you have never done before. Read books you've ever read, paint, write, or watch TV series that you haven't had the chance to watch so far, or try to learn a new language. And then after that, stay social. Being cooped up at home without leaving may be stressful for someone. This loneliness has the potential to generate negative thoughts that we want to avoid. Think of this quarantine as an opportunity to strengthen ties with your family or people who live with you. And then the last one is keep your body healthy. As explained, both physical health and mental health are closely related. If your mental health decreases, your immune system will follow, and vice versa. Even if you're at home 24 hours a day, stick to your sleep schedule. Sleep at least 7 hours a day is very important. In addition, diet also needed to be maintained. That's all I can tell to you about the coronavirus. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.